A backpacker was driving along a deserted stretch of highway when suddenly his car broke down. But in the distance, he saw a flickering neon sign. He pulled off the highway and into the parking lot of a roadside motel. The rooms were cheap, and the whole place looked like it hadn't been updated since the 70s. But as the temperature dropped, he was grateful for a warm shower and a soft bed. As he was checking in, the clerk looked at his keys. "You're in 303, she said, handing him a key. She leaned in close and whispered, "All rooms are available except 304. Do not ask me why." Then she hurried off to the counter. He shrugged and walked to his room. The door of room 303 had a sticker on it that read, "Do not disturb." He knocked anyway. "Hello," he called out, but there was no reply. He turned the key and walked in. The room was small, with a double bed, a TV, a fridge, and a closet. On the far wall, above a full-length mirror, was a handwritten sign that read, "Help me." He assumed it was part of some kind of weird motel art. There was something else weird about the room, though. He couldn't help but feel like he was being watched. He thought he heard a knock. But when he opened the door, there was nothing there. It must have been the wind, he thought. Later that night, after he'd gotten into bed and turned off the lights, he heard it again, a knock. But this time it definitely came from inside the room. He sat up and listened. Another knock. Someone or something was definitely in there with him. He fumbled for the light switch, and as the room filled with light, he saw a dark figure standing in the corner. It was tall and thin, with long, spindly arms and legs. It was hunched over and seemed to be wearing a long, tattered dress. He screamed, and the creature took a step back, revealing a face. It was pale and gaunt, with huge black eyes. The backpacker screamed again and passed out. When he woke up, the room was empty, and the only sound was the hum of the refrigerator. He groaned as he pushed himself up from the bed and walked over to the closet. Inside the closet, hanging on a hook, was a long, flowing dress. It was made of a coarse, rough fabric that felt like burlap. Pulled it out and examined it. Then he noticed a tag attached to the dress with a number. He pulled it off and read, 304. The next morning, the motel clerk was nowhere to be found. And when the backpacker checked out, he noticed a new sign hanging on the wall. All rooms are available. The room 304 was available again. Whatever spirit had been in there was now free. Whatever had waited there, patient as rot in the walls, was gone. Please subscribe for more.